All right. So welcome everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started with some nice gentle yoga on a Tuesday. So let's come on down to the floor. You know what? I think what I'd like to do today is why don't we go ahead and get started, but resting on our back. So I want to do some back exercises to start. And it's a nice way. It's kind of fun to start with a relaxation and end with a relaxation. You're guaranteed to feel relaxed by the end of the class. So if you're on a hard surface, go ahead and use like a blanket or something like that so you are comfortable. And I want you to come down onto your back by lowering yourself down into your forearms, pulling the knees in. That's a nice gentle way to come down. And then just hold on to the knees or clasp your hands across the knees. Start to slowly rock a little bit from side to side. And take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. And let go of all that tension down your back. So if your back feels a little sore, tight, see if you can just relax with your breath. You can also pull those knees in and then roll them out away from you, like you're drawing a big circle with your knees. Good, and let's change direction. So this massages into that lower back tailbone area. Nice. Good. All right, let's put the feet down on the mat. Open your feet wide, so one foot to either edge, and have your knees bent, and just drop one knee down towards the opposite foot and hold for a moment. And now drop the opposite knee down towards your foot in that direction and hold. And back and forth. All right, let your knees come back to center. Now, let's let the knees lean on each other. So the feet can be, hip distance or a little bit wider. Let your knees lean on each other. And then take your hands, put one hand on the lower abdomen, one hand sort of on the heart center, letting your elbows rest on the floor so the arms are relaxed. And we're going to close the eyes. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale deeply. Let go of any tension down through the forehead, around your eyes. Relax through the nose, the cheeks, the corners of your mouth. Relax your jaw. And down through the neck and throat and the shoulders. Relax down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen, through the lower back. Relax from the hips all the way down the legs for the feet and toes. And now focus on your breathing. So count to yourself the length of your inhale, count again the length of your exhale. See if you can even out your breath. All right, now slowly start to turn your head gently from side to side, back and forth, loosening up your neck. And bring your head back to center. You can slowly open your eyes. Let's put the feet hip distance, so right underneath the knees. And I want you to start by drawing that right knee into the chest. So you're going to pull the right knee in, make a big circle with your right foot. So rotate that ankle. And then change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that right leg. Extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling. So you're pushing through the heel. Go ahead and point your toes. And then press through the heel. Point your toes. Press through the heel. Point and press. Point and press. And just do that a few times. Good. Go ahead and bend that right knee. Let's lay the right ankle across your left knee. Put your right hand on your leg and just bounce it away from you a little bit. Loosen up that hip. And then from here, you're going to bring the legs into the chest. Now you might be a little tight, so we're just warming up. See if you can reach your hands behind the leg. If you have a belt, you're welcome to use that. You might be able to reach across the shin. And if it feels good for you, go ahead and rock a little bit from side to side. Nice gentle stretch. All right, let's undo the legs. Place that right foot on the mat and draw that left knee into the chest. Rotate your left foot. Stretch out that ankle. And change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that left leg. Extend the leg straight out. Push out through the heel. And then point your toes. And stretch. And just flex that foot back and forth. Good stretch there through the calf. Good, and relax. Bend that knee, place that left ankle across your right knee and just gently bounce that left hip a little bit back and forth. Good, and then draw the knees into the chest again. So you've got the left ankle on your right knee, you're drawing the legs in. You can rock a little bit from side to side if that feels good for you. Just relax your hips. And take a deep breath. Good, and then undo the legs. Good. Draw those knees into your chest and open the arms out to the sides. All right, try to keep the knees tucked in. We're going to start by going to the left. So I want you to lower the knees down to the floor and let your feet rest on the floor. Now your right shoulder might come up a little bit. So when you turn your head, look out towards that right hand and just relax. You can put your left hand on that right knee and gently draw down. And we're going to hold for a few breaths. And breathe. Good, letting go of all that tension along your back, along the spine. And inhale, bring your knees to center. Let's do the other side. So again, keep those knees tucked in, lower them down to the right, all the way to the floor. Reach out with that left arm, turn your head, look towards that left hand. If you want to increase the stretch, you can put your right hand on your legs and gently draw down and hold. And breathe. And breathe. And 4. And then inhale as you bring your knees back up to center. Good. And just rock a little bit from side to side. There you go. All right, feet on the mat, hip distance, arms rest by your side. So now let's do a bridge pose. You're going to press those feet down, raise your hips up into a nice arch, and hold. And 2. Inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And then let's draw the knees back into your chest and relax, rock a little bit from side to side. Good, one more time. This time, let's stretch the arms beyond your head. So back of the hands are touching the floor and you're reaching beyond your head. Feet on the mat, hip distance. Go ahead and lift your hips up and stretch. Nice deep breath. And inhale, as you exhale, roll down slowly. And draw the knees in. Clasp your hands across your legs and rock a little bit from side to side. All right, we're going to come to seated posture. You can either roll to your side and use your hands to help you sit up, or you can hold on to the back of your legs or clasp your hands behind your legs, swing the feet, rock yourself right on up to a seated posture, okay? So from here, let's turn over onto the hands and knees. So just come on over. And we're going to start, let's see what time it is. We're going to start, again, if you want extra padding, you can use it under your knees, but we're going to start on the hands and knees in our table pose. All right, knees about hip distance, feet, toes relaxed. Start by tucking the chin in. Exhale, round your back, your shoulders, nice stretch. And you're like pulling the stomach in slightly. Inhale, arch and look up. And exhale, tuck your chin in. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, with your next exhale, let the hips come back toward the heels, forehead to the mat. Reach all the way out with your fingertips and stretch. Rounding out your back. Nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale deeply. All right, back up onto the hands and knees. Okay, so I'm going to take the right knee towards your forehead, round your back. So in that direction, and then extend the leg and look up. Okay, so that'll be 1. So let's do that again. 2, bring the knee and forehead towards each other, extend the leg, look up. And 3. We're going to do 5 on each side. And 4. And 5. Good. Let's do the other side, left knee and forehead towards each other, and then extend and look up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's have the knees apart, comfortable distance, hips back towards your heels again. Back down into that half tortoise posture. Good. Back up onto the hands and knees. So hands under the shoulders, knees hip distance. Now you're going to take I'm going to start on the left hip. You're going to take your left knee and I want you to open it up and down, out to the side. So it's like you're going directly out to the side and down. That's 2 and 3. And you just go as high as you feel comfortable with it. That's 4 and 5. Good. We're going to do the other side. So you're building some strength now in your hips and lower back. So let's open that right leg up. So it's like your knees bent and you're just opening it directly to the side. Keeping the knee bent. 2 and 3, 4 and 5. It's kind of harder than it looks. But it's a good one for the hips. Go ahead and bring your hips back to your heels and round it out again. Good. We're going to do a downward dog. Hands a little wider than your shoulders. Come up onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and stretch back into your downward dog and stretch. You can do the runner stretch where you push one heel down to the mat, bend the opposite knee, alternate your legs back and forth. Good. Shoulders forward, knees touch down. Let's stretch out that back a little bit more. You're going to sit back towards the left heel, twist and reach over to the right. And breathe. 2, 3, and 4. We're back up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over. Sit towards the right heel. Twist over to the left. And 2. 3. 4. Good. And back up onto the hands and knees. All right, I'm going to have you sit back towards your heels. All right. And then from here, let's come on up to a standing posture. So just carefully bring yourself up and right on up to standing. All right, I'm going to adjust this a little bit so you can see me a little better. All right, there. Okay, so let's start in our standing posture. Have your feet about hip distance. Knees soft. We're just going to do a little twisting. Inhale, roll to the back. Exhale, back to the front. Good. Let's change direction. And right back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, hang in your front bend. Go ahead and drop down. You can soften the knees. You don't need to lock the knees. You might get lightheaded if you lock the knees. And then just sway gently. And just sway from side to side, back and forth. Bend the knees, reach the floor, come on down into your squat. So bring yourself down. And then back into that front bend. Down to a squat. Back to that front bend. Good, and then bring the chest up, hands to your hips. Inhale as you come on up. Support your back. So put the heel of the hand right here underneath the rib cage, and then just lift through the chest, gently lean back. Good, and right back to center. Okay, if you've got a wall, I want you to back up to it, so you're leaning against it. And I'm actually gonna adjust this slightly. Okay. So you're going to be backed up against the wall. And that. And just have your feet about hip distance. We're going to do a side to side stretch. So you're going to place one hand on your belly, the other hand reach up. Inhale. As you exhale, I want you to press out on that opposite hip and stretch. Inhale and come up, and then just switch the arms. And what's nice about using the wall is it keeps you forward facing. So you can't twist. You get a really good stretch in the back. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale as you stretch out. One more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then come right back to center. Okay. You can move the feet just a little further out, but keep your seat against the wall. And you're going to draw that right knee up towards your chest. And hold. And stretch the legs a little bit. Left leg comes up. Hold. Right leg. Good. All right. Next posture that we're going to do is I want you to have your legs bent in like a 90-degree angle, and you're going to slide your back down so you're sitting. All right. And we're just going to hold for a moment. 2, 3, one more. 4. Good. And if you want, you can use your hands on the wall for support, but I want you to straighten those legs. Get your seat against the wall. Your feet are out in front of you, maybe a foot or two, and just fold. Hang into a front bend. Good. And bring the chest up. Bring the hands to your hips, and you come back up. All right, let's slide back down into your little nice seated chair, pressed against the wall. Legs are 90-degree angle. And 2, breathe. 3, we're going to do 4 breaths. You can do it. And 4. Good. Use your wall, hands on the wall to support you. Come back up, but your seat's against the wall. Just fold into your front bend. Stretch it out. And 2. And 3. Good. And go ahead and bring your chest up and hands to the hips, and you can step those feet in. Good. Come away from the wall. I want to do one more stretch. I really like this one that we use the wall. So you're going to place both hands like this against the wall at about shoulder height. Take your right arm, and you can see that I'm standing about like my shoulder distance, right, from the wall. Take your right arm, make a nice big circle, and I want you to turn so you're kind of following the hand, and then back up, and then to your left. It's just a nice big rotation of your arm and shoulder. And again, you're turning your head to follow that hand as you stretch. Nice range of movement. If your shoulder is tight in one area, you just move slowly through it. Of course, only do what's comfortable for you. Let's do 4 and 1 more. Nice. All right, and relax. All right, let's balance. So we're going to do the tree posture. You're always welcome. If you want or need to use a wall, you can do that. Even putting your hands on your hips like this and letting your elbow touch the wall can be a good way to balance as well. But if you're good without the wall, just stand for a moment and find your focal point. Find something to stare at. And then shift your weight to either leg. Keep your hips forward, turn the knee to the side. Toes can touch the floor very lightly. You're still balancing. You can bring the foot up underneath the knee, like on the side of the calf. You could bring your foot up above the knee. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Find your point to stare at, to focus on. Relax your gaze, relax the breath. And let the hands come to the heart center. Inhale as you exhale, let the arms come down. Let's switch over. Hips forward, knee to the side. Toes can lightly touch the mat or bring it up above your calf or up above the knee. Find something to stare at, focus on. Just relax your gaze and relax your breath. And then inhale as you exhale, let that leg come down. Good. Go ahead and fold down into your front bend and just relax for a moment. Go ahead and sway from side to side. And then you can come down into your squat for a moment. Okay. And then let's come back up to our front bend. And then one more time down into a squat. All right. So next thing I want you to do is have your hands nice and wide, right? Spread your fingers, put them flat on the mat. And I want you to lean forward and press your elbows into the inside of your legs. So do that a few times. You're kind of rocking back and forth on the hands. It's called the crow pose, which is kind of fun. And so you're just doing this. You can see me a little better. Good. And if you're feeling really adventurous today, look forward. So you're resting on the elbows, look forward, and then you can lift one foot up, and then you can lift the other foot up, and you might be able to lift both. You certainly don't have to do that this morning. All right, you go ahead and relax. I always joke that that's the yoga pose you do at like the family gathering or the party. You show your friends because you can do the crow and lift your feet off the ground. All right. So let's do some floor exercises. I really like to get into, let's see where we are time-wise. I like to do the cradle pose. I like to do the hips. So let's pick either leg. You get to start with, wrap it into the elbow or maybe put it into your hand and then wrap the other arm around and just rock. So nice, sit up nice and tall. Let's stop the rocking movement. Put the foot right across the upper thigh and bounce your knee. Good. And then from here, let's take the bent leg, cross it over the straight one. Sit up tall. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward. Deep breath, 2. And 3. Come back up. Let's do the other side. Wrap that leg up, rock it back and forth gently from side to side. Stop the movement, place the foot across the upper thigh, bounce the knee up and down. Cross that leg over. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward. So by keeping the bottom leg straight, you're really going to feel that through the hamstring. 2, keep breathing. 3, go ahead and draw yourself up, undo the legs, stretch them both out. Okay, now let's do this variation. You can do, I'm taking my left leg and tucking it under. You can do either side, but you're going to tuck it under like this. Take the other leg and cross it on top. So you might be more like this, right, where it's a little bit more open, or you might be able to get the one knee right on top of the other knee, okay? Toes and feet are going back out to the sides. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward. Good. Let's go back to the breath. So inhale and exhale deeply. And just relax into the stretch. And draw yourself up onto the leg. Good. And let's switch. Tuck one leg, tuck the other leg under and the other one on top. Sit up tall. Inhale, exhale as you lean forward. Good. And then bring yourself up and under those legs and stretch those legs out in front of you. Okay, open the legs nice and wide. Sit up tall. You want to sit up as straight as you can. So if you need your folded blanket under your hips to do that, go ahead and use that. Okay, you're going to take one hand, reach it over to the opposite leg. Inhale as you reach up and exhale as you stretch out. And 2, 3, and 4. Inhale and reach, and exhale, let your arm come down. Let's switch over. Inhale and exhale as you stretch. And 2, 3, and 4. And inhale, reach, and exhale, let your arm come down. Let's go ahead and stretch forward in your stretch and move a little bit from side to side. So over one leg and then over to the other side. Good, and come back to center. And go ahead and walk yourself up. Let's help the feet in. Draw the feet together, bounce the knees a little bit. Good. Go ahead and lean forward into the stretch. And bring yourself up, help those knees in, stretch the legs out in front of you, rock the feet in and out a few times, back and forth. All right, let's go ahead and come on down again. So bring yourself down onto your back again. And draw the knees in and relax for a moment. Clasp your hands across those legs, rock gently from side to side, and just massage your lower back. All right, stretch yourself all the way down onto the mat. Open the arms out to the sides. Place your right foot on top of your left knee. Shift over onto your left hip and let that knee cross over you. Now, when you do this, you might feel like your right shoulder comes up a little bit. I want you to turn your head, look out towards that right hand. Let's get the shoulder down so it's comfortable. And then you can put your left hand on your knee, and as you're breathing and relaxing, you can start to stretch through that lower back. And slowly letting that knee come towards the floor. All right, slowly untwist. Let's do the other side. So now you're onto your back, stretch your legs out, put your left foot on top of your right knee, shift over onto that right hip, and then turn your head, look out towards that left hand, draw that shoulder gently to the floor, and then you can start. With each exhale, just kind of soften and relax. Right, and slowly untwist. Bring yourself onto your back. Go ahead and draw the knees in. Relax. Rock a little bit side to side. Good, and relax. Go ahead and stretch yourself all the way down onto the floor. Let the arms rest by your sides with the palms facing upward. Rock your feet in and out, and now let the feet just fall out to the sides and relax. Close your eyes softly, take a deep breath. And inhale and exhale deeply. Relax any tension through the top of the head, down through the face. Relax your jaw. Relax through the neck, shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Then back up through the shoulders. Relax your upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center. Through the abdomen, through the lower back. Through the hips, the pelvis, all the way down the legs, through the feet and toes. And now slowly take a deep breath and start to bring your awareness back to your body, moving your fingers, moving your toes. You can bring the palms of your hands together, rub them and make them nice and warm. And place those warm hands over your eyes, block out all the light. Open your eyes into your palms, relax your gaze. And you can slowly bring the hands away, focus on your hands for a moment. And then focus on the ceiling. Draw the knees into your chest, relax your lower back. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then just rest on your side for a moment. All right, you can use your hands to help you come up to a seated posture. All right. So to end the class, you can bring your hands to your heart for just a moment. Go ahead and set your intention for the day. It's always nice to do an affirmation for how you'd like to feel today or what kind of day you want to have. So I phrase it as, I am so happy and grateful that I am so supported. That today is easy and productive. And then eyes are open. Namaste. All right. So if you're going to go about your day, I want to wish you a really great day. All right. If you would like to stay, I usually use the last 15 minutes or so to do a meditation. I'll talk you through a breathing technique and we can sit for a few minutes. Either way, I want to wish you a really great day. I usually just turn off the video during the meditation because I don't want to disturb you if you want to sit a little bit longer. So, and thank you for those of you that were able to make it. All right. So, meditation is just about allowing your mind, your body to become very still and very relaxed and allowing that breath to help you get into that relaxed space. And you'll notice that as your breath slows down and deepens, your mind gets quieter, right? The thoughts aren't so busy. So I think of meditation as hitting the pause button for 15 minutes a day. Just hitting the pause, allowing yourself to become very relaxed. When you first start to meditate, you'll notice that your mind can be very busy. a lot of thoughts going on, a lot of things, a lot of maybe even sensations in the body. And you're just training yourself to just relax and let that go and breathe and go back to the breath over and over and over. So we can use the breath as a tool to help give the mind something to focus on while it's sort of calming down. Eventually, you will get to a point where there will be long pauses, if you will, with the breath, where you don't have a lot of thought. There isn't a lot going on, and that can be very peaceful, very relaxing. Okay. So one technique that I like to use is the counting of the fingers. You're going to touch, you can use either hand, the tip of the thumb and first finger touch, that would be the count of 1. Then you move the thumb to the next knuckle on your finger, that's 2. Move the thumb to the next knuckle, that's 3. And then your thumb touches to where the finger and hand come together, that's 4. The next finger would be 5, 6, 7, 8. The ring finger is 9, 10, 11, 12. You're moving your thumb. And the pinky will be 13, 14, 15, 16. So you have a count of 16 on your hand. That will take you about 5 minutes, and you can focus on the breathing. If you prefer, you can also count the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale, and that would be 1 breath. And then the next one, the length of your inhale, the length of your exhale, that's 2 breaths. You're essentially giving your mind something to hold on to focus on, and you're allowing your breath to become deeper and deeper. So let's start by closing the eyes. You can either rest the hands in your lap or on your knees, whatever you prefer. If you get uncomfortable sitting cross-legged, feel free to stretch your leg out. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. And that'll be 1 breath. Move the thumb to the next knuckle. Excuse me. And just continue in that manner.